Alright, lovely. Hello, welcome to log 92. Technically, this is the last log of the Artist's Way. This is day 7 of week 12. And I mean, it probably would have been a more even number if I didn't extend some weeks down, like earlier in the way, but whatever, 92 is the last day. So, yeah, I mean, trying to do a quick little reflection here. I mean, currently, in this moment, it doesn't feel like I've made as much progress as I probably had. All I know is, right now, today, I successfully crunched. I did a work crunch, and I remained sane, and I remained healthy, and I remained with a pretty moderate to low stress level. Meanwhile, in the beginning of this Artist's Way, in week 1, I was having a panic attack after class because of invisible work, because I was afraid of getting in trouble for relaxing or something. So I think we've come a long way. Safe to say. I'm gonna try and keep it on brand because we've been trailing off here and there, but today, in the spirit of recovering a sense of faith, I didn't feel as happy and wonderful and clear-eyed as I did yesterday. But for the first time in a long time, I think, I'm realizing that's okay. I'm actually coming to terms with the fact that progress is not linear, and yesterday was a highlight. That means that there's more of that to come eventually. And today, I set my alarm for 7 a.m. this morning. I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning with the intention of getting out of bed. However, it cooled off a lot last night, and my room was really cold, and I was tired. So I sat up in bed for 40 minutes, just sitting there with like the blanket around my shoulders, contemplating stepping out of bed and starting the workday. And then I just looked at the clock at 7:40 and I said, okay, we're done. And then I just laid down and I woke up at pretty much 11:30-ish. And then I went out to coffee with my friend, which was great. We had the intention of working, but she had some stories, I had some stories. I mean, we ended up talking the whole time. This was also the first day of the week of pampering that I had planned, I think last week. Yeah, it was the end of week 11, which I don't remember what week 11 was. Agency, that's what it was. And what I had planned for today was to find my Switch, my Nintendo Switch, somewhere around this apartment, because it's somewhere around here. I haven't been able to find it for like a month, but it's around here, and to play 2 hours of Silk Song. I didn't do it. I did not do that. But I did have a good time out with my friend today, and there was live music in the cafe, and it was great, and I had a good time. But I will not just ignore that. I'm gonna take that scheduled thing and stick it onto next Sunday. It is kind of annoying that I ended up planning this week of pampering on the same week that will be the crunch week. But, I don't know. In terms of crunching, though, things are going okay. Did I work on the course today? No. However, it's because I spent all day making ad reels, advertisements for the course, and of course I decided to be an absolute overachiever and animate 12 seconds of 2D animation for an ad, for like a 15-second ad about the course. I mean, hopefully it'll bring people in, but honestly, I started having fun with it. I did, I was talking about it last log. It was the augmented reality thing where I recorded myself moving a pen, and then I animated Gerald writing with the pen. Today, for most of today, honestly. It is 11:35 p.m. Yeah. We worked overtime, but I declared it. I said officially overtime, so even then I wouldn't have worked past 12? Yikes, it's still pretty rough. Alright, I do actually plan to wake up early tomorrow. I've been saying that for like 3 nights in a row, but I've been refusing that every time. But it was the weekend. Tomorrow's Monday. Monday means getting back into the groove of things. And I have 2 coffees now stored in the fridge for fuel, so that's cool. And I did the last tasks for week 12, day 7 of week 12. And task 8, I think, it said, be honest with yourself. What creative projects would you really want to make? No matter how crazy it sounds, no matter how you would look to other people. And I think I was talking to someone else earlier this week who was also asking, like, what are your big dreams? What are your big projects that you have in mind for, like, later in the future? And I don't have any. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. I mean, it would be nice to have some big project, dream, goal, whatever, but I just want to create. I don't really care what I'm creating, but I just want to be in the position where I can live a life and make art all the time. And along with that, I mean, I wrote down, like, tell a story, because that could be animation, or it could be a book series, or it could be any number of things. Hopefully it will be all, because I want to do everything. And I am realizing that, like, yes, I love to dance, I love to sing, I love to perform. There are so many things that I just absolutely love to do, and I think I'm good at them. And I just really hope I get the chance in my life to fully indulge in all of them at some point. Like, obviously, realistically, you can't do all of them at once, but there's just so many things I want to do with my life, and I would just love to, like, get on that train, move out of my small, suffocating hometown, and, like, just, yeah. On that note, I got an email and a text message this morning saying that I got accepted, or I got picked to be in the next selection round for this art competition that I had applied for on a whim. I saw it, like, on Instagram. It's this people's artist, I think, and it's run by Johnny Depp, and it's for an exhibition in LA. So, I mean, again, it seems like almost too crazy to be true, but I'm thinking there were a few weeks in the book that said that, like, don't reject things because they sound too good to be true. So maybe I just have to accept the fact that that might actually happen, and I'm still waiting on the possible job email thing. So, like, I just have massive, massive dreams, and I think I'll be able to achieve them. And I'm just realizing the fact that that might be possible. And, like, oh my goodness, I might be able to live my life. Because honestly, up until this point, being an artist has been such an odd thing for me to be. Just the people I grew up around, the environment I was in, I was the oddball, you know? Everything that I had loved, all of my creativity and stuff, was wacky. It was unique in a weird way that people kind of, like, marveled at, like it was a party trick, but also, you know. And I think that might have also been a little reason why I separated the art and the self, because honestly, I was also kind of embarrassed of the art. Because it was just so weird. No one else understood it. It was like some mysterious thing that I did in a corner. So, as much as I am trying to combine the person with the art, I also want to try and bring more of the art into my open daily life. Like, I really have been keeping them so separate. So, it is a two-way street. Man, I have to make a comic of that. I really do. But yeah. Very interesting. And I mean, I have been saying that this whole artist way thing has been just, you know, unblocking me. I've been a blocked person, not a blocked artist, which for the most part I do believe is true. But it is absolutely affecting my art. I mean, perfectionism, procrastinating, overthinking, it's always been reflected in my art in ways that I never knew, just because I've always been a procrastinator and an overthinker and a perfectionist. I'm drawing the next episode of the comic, episode 15, and everything just looks fundamentally slightly different in a really good way. Like, the panels are just, there's a little extra spice to them. The gestures are clearer, the line quality is more confident and like varied, and it's like someone else is drawing it, but I know it's me. It's not like an imposter syndrome thing. It's just like, whoa, that's what the new me draws like. Okay, cool. It's like really neat. So yeah, obviously I do know I still have a ways to go, especially in the sense of like standing up for my interests and, you know, being protecting myself and my peace and setting boundaries and, you know, just breaking out of a very long life of self-abandonment. But I have the faith now. I know that it will be done in small steps, and eventually I will get there. And there's no point trying to force impossible expectations on myself too soon and then just getting discouraged and beating myself up for things that I wouldn't have been able to accomplish in the first place. So yeah, very hopeful for moving on. And on that note, I mean, it's almost midnight, so I will do a tiny bit of drawing or writing or whatever, and then go into it, because I do have to wind down, because I have been working and staring at screens for quite some time today. But hey, I mean, we still had lunch, still took a dinner break, still exercised this afternoon. Like, gotta be honest, this was still a pretty good day. So, yay for the artist's way. I'll keep up all of the affirmations, and I still have the basic principles taped up on my wall. I'll still do the morning pages and all that. And I've been forgetting to do the artist dates. I don't remember the last time I actually did one intentionally. But, I mean, for my pampering thing tomorrow, I wrote down that I will be going to that coffee shop again and reading for like an hour. So maybe that'll be a little artist date or something. I don't know. Yep, starting to get tired. Alright. These logs will not be done until I graduate, I think. Which will be, I think, a little less than 2 weeks. It would be nice to end on 100. It'd be really satisfying to do that. But actually, yeah, might do that on 100. We'll see how I feel later this week, but they're not ending tonight. But if you've watched all the way up to log 92, thank you very much. This has been a journey that I can't really fully fathom because I'm still in it. But someday I'll see that this is a big journey. So, cool.